the Spaniard Roussel. Hurling himself into a challenge on Moutinho.
Yeah, I mean, did I put money where my mouth is? The answer is no, absolutely not. But I did mean it in the sense that every team had been off for 3.5, 4 months, John.
Steve Clark, who's been prone to the odd shaky moment these past 5 weeks. It's Pereira. That was Williamson with the defensive header. His tests that were positive disappeared from the radar. And, an air of comparative calm settled over the bubble. And eventually some fairly decent football broke out, especially in the knockout stages.
If everything's in front of Portland defensively like it is right here, then this is going to be an easy game for them. This is how they play. They turn it over, then they go the other way with their special players. But if you can turn it over in this spot, go the other way, you're going to find some space. Further up the field for Orlando City.
Huan. Back from Nani. Huan. Croatian Dario Zuparic. It's casually given away to Müller. Akindele. A rescue challenge from Blanco. Involves a flight right across the width of the country. And Giovanni Savarese's plan is to sit his players down on the flight back and talk to them about what the plan is for the next few days alongside. Former player, now very much part of the managerial structure.
He's playing as a second forward next to Bobasi.
Mendes, now Akindele. Chris Müller. Bobasi. Antonio Carlos, rangy defender. Now it's Mabiala. $5,000 into the MLS Youth Academies for every goal scored in this final. Good ball in, and Gaesi, as he has throughout much of this tournament, decisive. Pereira. Floated towards Nani, who takes it down. And before he can get a shot away, the ball is removed from his presence. And it will be Moutinho. And it comes out towards Antonio Carlos, who's not often found on the right wing. Portland playing in their 4th senior final, 2 MLS Cups and the NASL Soccer Bowl back in their first incarnation back in the mid-1970s. One of our most talked about views during our coverage of this tournament from the AT&T 5G aerial cam. Valeri gave it every chance. So much of a chance that Laris Mabiala was only required to give it the nod of approval.
Diego Valeri. Ooh, this one's close. The only question for Orlando City, does Chris Müller keep Mabiala on? Such an inviting ball in from Diego Valeri. In-swinging ball, you know, as an attacking player, you've just got to head this down, as the momentum and spin of that ball is going to make it very, very difficult for any goalkeeper to keep this out of his back of his net. Great header from Mabiala. Better ball from Diego Valeri. And our target goalpost cam shows it. It's 1-0 Portland Timbers.
Which has been a comparative rarity. 6 matches played, they've trailed for only 55 minutes in this tournament in totality. As Nani has his pocket picked by Chris Duval.
Back. I'm on your toe.
right there has played in a ton of big games in his career. But as a group, Orlando City haven't played any big games.
Blanco,
The Portland Timbers have.
as the regular season cranks back into action.
I got the runner! Force him line! Force him line!
Nani within range, but the shot barely traveled a yard off his boot.
Comes down to a set piece, and great ball, great quality, unbelievable finish. I'd rather have the ball and figure out how to improve with the ball than without it.
Nani towards Pereira, picks himself up and scores. It's an equalising goal that's been snaffled as much as anything else. And it's only the second time that the Uruguayan has scored for Orlando City.
Get in a real dangerous spot and deliver a ball in. Akindele makes that near post run. Yeah, Nani maybe takes an extra touch or two, but he moves Zuparic away from goal, gets him out of that zone, and you've got to fill in the gaps. You've got to fill in the run. That's exactly what Mauricio Pereira does. A little deflection, fine, no problem whatsoever. But deservedly so, Orlando City ties this game at 1-1.
About the events of the past 34 days and what lies ahead. Akindele, Müller.
Diego Valeri brought in 2 more, so now there's 3 players close to this wall.
Sowing seeds of confusion as Valeri tried to drill it beneath the wall. Idea better than the execution.
Nani's upset with not having a player getting on the end of things, but the problem is Tesho Akindele was completely mauled about 15, 20 yards away. I mean, this is a card. Don't get me wrong.
Mendes, Pereira, Moutinho, Müller.
They can beat because they've got the runners in and around that. And that means Akindele's still serviceable. It's just when he's the feature guy, it's a different look.
1-1 the score. Whistle of Ismail Elfath, and back underway we go. No substitutions made by either team at this juncture.
From Yuri Roussel, that led to the whistle being blown.
Diego Valeri taken out by Antonio Carlos. No way he was letting him pass, and his reward in inverted commas is going to be a caution. Master creator Diego Valeri. With pace, but too close to Galese. Williamson. Now Valeri. Teased in for Sebastian Blanco, and behind off Jansen's shin. Akindele, Müller. Nani didn't quite wrap his instep around that as sweetly as he did the one the other night in the semi-final against Minnesota.
It's the unthinkable. It really is.
Akindele. Mendes with a header that was deflected to Nani. And Mendes, that was goal bound. Villafaña. Blanco. Deflection on that made it very comfortable for the Peruvian Galese.
Oh, good ball.
Moutinho, it's a mistake letting in Luria. Now Moutinho took down Luria. And Galese immediately out to try and defend his defender, which he succeeded in doing to the extent it's only a yellow card. Valeri.
Good goalkeeping. Trust your wall. Take care of your responsibility. That is that post. Valeri hits it well, but because of Galese trusting that wall, standing in his spot, not guessing.
Corner towards Zuparic, and there's a Bobasi.
What a save that is. James there, you've got to react very quickly. That ball's by him. Good save there from Galese.
Valeri. It's Williamson, nice check back, and it's crept in! Zuparic was the player who got the final touch. Dario Zuparic has bagged his first goal for the Portland Timbers. Will it be the one that earns them silverware?
Phases of set pieces. You deal with the first ball coming in. Great little cut here from Williamson, but too slow from Orlando City to react. And for those of you at home that initially thought Zuparic may have been in offside position, Nani's on the goal line. That keeps Zuparic on side. The deflection falls to his feet. And the momentum has fallen on the side of the Portland Timbers over the last 4 or 5 minutes. They lead 2-1, 67th minute.
Decided at the very start to stay on Portland time. Means that this was a 5:30 kickoff in their heads. Persistent misconduct. Yellow card. Nani. Mendez. Corner Orlando.
This is where the injury to Dom Dwyer is an absolute killer for Oscar Pereira in Orlando City.
Akindele. Goal kick. Benjamin Michel's coming on as well.
Thank you.
So, Sebastian Jackson Mendez. And Chris Mueller makes way for Benjamin Michel.
The combination and relationship with Juan overlapping. While the stats may not be there, it doesn't matter. I think he's learning to play that position, and he's caught the eye of Greg Berhalter in the national team.
Yellow is the colour coming from the pocket of referee Ismail Elfa. Certainly worthy of a second look.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that reaction from Villafania is not commensurate with what Nani did. Juan and Akindele, and that's a very good block challenge by Mabiala. It's also the blast option here from Janssen. Nani is central of the three. It will be the blast, and it's only narrowly wide from the boot of the rugged Swede.
And focus to be able to pull that off.
Ooh. That was careless and unfortunate and bookable. Here comes Kyle Smith for Orlando in place of Juan. He's going to take, as he should under the current regulations, the shortest exit point from the pitch. Delivery didn't have the necessary elevation. Here's Diego Chara.
Valeri's on.
And Valeri, calmness personified, but Galese up to the task, as he has been to most that's been thrown at him in this tournament.
Orlando just pushing everyone forward, and rightfully so. And great run from Mora and Diego Valeri. Galese's made himself 3 or 4 really good saves in this second half. Tuiloa coming in for Diego Valeri.
Eight in the box for Orlando. Janssen. And it was Kyle Smith. Eric Williamson. It's been a brave run from Orlando City. Lasted in this tournament far longer than anyone realistically seemed to expect. Nishgoda. And the final line of a unique story is written. MLS is back, and so are the Portland Timbers in the winner's enclosure.